Hey, hey, my incredible fishing family. It's your friend and fellow angler, back with another fresh forecast to help you land those lunkers. Today, we're diving deep into the fishing prospects for Monday, December 29th, 2025, across the vast and varied landscapes of the United States. This day, my friends, holds some intriguing possibilities for those of us brave enough to embrace the winter chill. I promise you'll walk away with some practical, working tips that will put fish in your net. So, what's the big deal about December 29th, 2025? Well, on this day, we're looking at a blend of classic winter conditions with a beautiful waxing gibbous moon, creating a unique window for focused, rewarding fishing, especially if you know where to look and how to present your baits. Get ready to adapt because the fish are there, just waiting for the right offering. Let's talk about some of our prime targets and the tactics to use on this day. First up, for my friends hitting the colder freshwater lakes in the northern and central states, walleye and yellow perch are going to be your bread and butter. These cold water warriors will be schooled up tight in deeper basins, main lake holes, and along channel edges. We're talking depths anywhere from 20 to 40 feet, sometimes even deeper. Why there? Because that's where the water temperature remains most stable and baitfish naturally congregate for warmth and cover. For walleye, a medium-action spinning rod with sensitive, light line, say 8 to 12-pound test, is your best friend. My little secret for walleye in these conditions is a painfully slow, methodical presentation. Try jigging spoons, blade baits, or soft plastics rigged on a 1/4 to 1/2 ounce jig head. Remember, they aren't going to chase fast-moving baits, so keep your retrieve almost dead sticking it. For yellow perch, tiny ice jigs tipped with maggots or bloodworms fished slowly near the muddy bottom in deeper basins will do the trick. Focus your efforts during the low light hours of dawn and dusk, but also don't overlook midday warming trends, especially if the sun decides to break through. Next, for those chasing kitschy trout, in the pristine rivers and tailwater fisheries across the country, December 29th will be a day for finesse. Rainbow, brown and lake trout will be holding in deeper pools with slower currents, seeking stability and protection. Tailwater fisheries, those below dams, are particularly good, as they often remain ice-free and offer more consistent water temperatures. Trout metabolisms are slow, so they won't be chasing aggressively. Focus on presenting small nymphs, lava imitations, or tiny streamers with a dead drift or a very slow retrieve. Natural baits like worms or salmon eggs can also be highly effective. The key here is subtlety and patience. And for my friends hitting the warmer coastal waters of the southeastern Gulf Coast, the redfish bite could be surprisingly good. In late December, redfish tend to school up in warmer inshore waters. Think shallow flats, coastal bays and estuaries, especially around oyster beds or marsh grass. They're often less spooky with reduced boat traffic, making sight casting a real possibility. Your best baits will be live shrimp, small crabs or cut mullet. For lures, soft plastics and gold spoons worked slowly along the bottom are excellent choices. Look for them in areas where the sun has had a chance to warm the shallows for a few hours. Now let's break down the conditions for December 29th, 2025, so you know exactly what's happening beneath the surface. Weather-wise, we're looking at typical winter conditions across much of the United States. In the northern and central states, expect cold, crisp temperatures, likely ranging from around 28 to 41 degrees Fahrenheit. There might be a chance for scattered light snowfall in the far northern regions, but nothing too drastic. In the southern states, it will be milder, perhaps 50 to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Atmospheric pressure appears to be relatively stable after a recent cold front, which, in my experience, is often a recipe for a better bite than rapidly fluctuating pressure. We anticipate light to moderate westerly winds in many areas, which is good for boat control and doesn't stir up the water too much. Avoid days with strong winds over 5 miles per hour, especially for bass, as it can make fish uncomfortable and less active. Regarding water temperature, in the colder northern and central US, freshwater temperatures will be low, likely ranging from around 2 to 8 degrees Celsius or 35 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. This cold water forces freshwater fish into deeper, more thermally stable zones where they conserve energy. Identifying these thermal refuges is paramount to success. In the warmer southern coastal areas, ocean temperatures could still be around 13 to 22 degrees Celsius, or in the low 50s to low 70s Fahrenheit. This cold water significantly slows fish metabolism. They don't need to feed as often or as aggressively. As for the calm moon phase, on December 29, 2025, we'll be in a waxing gibbous phase with an illumination of around 70%. The moon will be about 9 to 10 days old since the last new moon. It will rise in the mid to late afternoon and be visible through most of the night, setting before sunrise. Popular fishing wisdom often links the new moon period with improved fishing, as minimal moonlight can encourage fish to feed more aggressively during daylight hours. While we're past the new moon, this strong, growing light combined with stable weather often provides consistent action, especially during those low-light feeding windows. Regarding overall fish activity, for December 29, 2025, I'd give it a rating of moderate to good at Tiki, with periods of excellent activity for those who truly adapt to winter conditions. The general state of fish activity will be slower due to the cold, but critically it will be highly concentrated. This means if you put in the effort to find them, you're in for a treat. Walleye, crappie, perch, trout, and redfish will be active in their winter holding patterns. The relatively stable atmospheric conditions for much of the country, combined with the waxing gibbous moon, create a window for focused feeding, particularly if you can locate those pockets of slightly warmer or more stable water. So there you have it, my friends, your detailed forecast for fishing on this exciting winter day. I wish you all the best of luck. May your lines be tight and your coolers full, no matter where you are. Stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy every moment on the water. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more tips, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for fishing this winter, and what's your go-to cold weather bait? Tight lines, everyone.